This summer, the sandpit in our garden needs repainting. I was speaking to my wife Vicky about this morning. She keeps telling me about the porch and windowsills that she's going to sand down and repaint, but she always seems to forget that the pit also needs doing. I keep reminding her. To be honest, I don't blame her. Preparing and painting the sandpit, it's a horrible job. I wonder if there are things in your life that seem too hard to even think about. Jobs that you know need doing but you've been avoiding for some time. Are there relationships in your life that have fallen apart or drifted that you never seem to have the energy to do something about? When the first and greatest leader of the Israelites died, the one who had set them free from slavery, the one who had delivered to them God's law, the one who had brought them to the edge of the promised land, when he died, his successor was left with the incredibly difficult task of picking up where he left off. This is what God says to Joshua. Moses, my servant, is dead. Now then, you and all these people get ready to cross the river Jordan into the land I'm about to give to them, to the Israelites. I will give you every place you set your foot, as I promised Moses. Your territory will extend from the desert to Lebanon, from the great river, the Euphrates, to all the Hittite country, to the Mediterranean Sea in the west. No one will be able to stand against you all the days of your life. As I was with Moses, so I will be with you. I will never leave you nor forsake you. Be strong and courageous, because you will lead these people to inherit the land I swore to their ancestors to give them. Be strong and courageous. Be careful to obey all the law my servant Moses gave you. Do not turn from it to the right or to the left, that you may be successful wherever you go. Keep this book of the law always on your lips. Meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do everything written in it. Then you will be prosperous and successful. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. It seems to me like there are some among us in our nation, in our world, who are being very courageous at the moment. Those who knowingly put themselves in harm's way to care for us, to keep our nation running, to make sure we have food in the cupboards. But I want to call on every one of us to have courage today, because the same God who promised to be with Joshua has promised to be with us. The same God who went with him into the promised land, who brought down the walls of Jericho, who delivered all he had promised to his people, that same God is with you. He will not leave you. He will not forsake you. So be strong and courageous. Is there something you know that you should do that you've been putting off? Are there broken relationships in your life that need to be restored? Fences that need mending? Forgiveness that needs to be sought or given? Are there things in your life you know are not of God that you need to work on? Are there people in your life that he's calling to share his love with today? Be strong and very courageous, because God is with you.